Did you think selling $1 million offers would just be like your regular work with a bigger price tag? Well, I did. Now, I've helped hundreds of experts transform from mainstream success to iconic empire builders, commanding $100K, $500K, even multi-million-dollar investments in their offer in one transaction. But it was a grind filled with expensive mistakes. Now, I wish I'd known how to do it smarter a long time ago. So to help you make building your $1 million offer strategy easier, here are 20 things that I learned that will help you avoid the costly mistakes and position yourself as the icon your industry needs. Lesson number 1. Less is more at $1 million levels. Now, I remember my first attempt at $1 million offer. I thought I needed to justify that price by stuffing everything that I'd ever learned into one massive package. Now, this was the wrong move. The truth is, the buyer wants the most powerful, potent work that you have, nothing else. $1 million buyers aren't looking for quantity. They're investing in concentrated genius. Lesson number 2 is simplicity commands premium. Now, one of my clients came to me with a 47-page proposal for a $750K engagement. The prospect said it looked like a desperate attempt to justify the price. And they were right. Complex offers scream insecurity. $1 million buyers want elegant simplicity that gets them to their outcome fast. If you can't explain your offer in a couple of sentences or even just a couple of pages, you are definitely not ready for 7 figures. Lesson number 3, you don't need rich friends. Now, years ago, I used to think I needed a Rolodex full of wealthy contacts to sell at this level. I spent years trying to network my way into exclusive circles. Here's what actually works. Positioning that makes wealthy people seek you out for you to be the one known in that circle. When you're positioned as the only person who can deliver a specific transformation, they'll find you. There'll be a whole whisper campaign going on behind the scenes. Lesson number 4, availability kills value. Early on, I made myself completely available to my high-paying clients. I thought that's what justified the fee, but that was more about me than what they needed. It backfired spectacularly. Being available 24/7 actually devalues your work. Scarcity through selectivity creates demand. Your time becomes precious when it is genuinely limited. Lesson number 5, whispered, not advertised. Now, I used to put my premium offers right there on my website with detailed pricing. Oh, no one bought them. These offers don't live on your website. These are invitation-only conversations with chosen people. The most valuable opportunities are never advertised. They're whispered. Lesson number 6, wrong person equals expensive mistake. Listen up, because this is the most expensive lesson that I've learned. I sold a $500K engagement to someone who wasn't truly ready for that level of transformation. Selling to the wrong person will make you resent your own genius, let alone them. And I see this constantly. Experts taking on clients who drain their energy because they got excited about the fee. Choose wisely or pay dearly. Lesson number 7, make them feel chosen. Look, I used to pitch my services like I was trying to convince someone to hire me. It felt desperate and it attracted the wrong energy. At this level, you are not pitching, you're selecting. The client, who will be high level, should feel honored to be considered for your highest level of work. Now, if you are the meeting of 2 extraordinary minds, you bring something to the table that they literally cannot get anywhere else. It shifts the entire dynamic. Lesson number 8, control your client selection. Now, for years, I sat around waiting for the perfect client to magically appear. That is reactive instead of proactive. That's mainstream lazy marketing. So stop waiting for magic. You control who you work with. Create a systematic approach to identifying and inviting your ideal clients, particularly at the very beginning of selling these multi-million-dollar offers. If you get in control of it, you get in control of your entire business. Lesson number 9, start at the top and work your way down. Now, I tried to build up to $1 million offers gradually. It took forever and I kept getting stuck in lower price point thinking. But now I use the dissension model. Master that $1 million positioning first, then leverage that intellectual property to build your empire. Start where you want to end up. You do not need to skip the scaling. You absolutely can do this, but we want to start at the top, prove our mettle, and then leverage that IP to descend to scale. Lesson number 10, your money blocks kill $1 million offers. Look, I had a client who kept adding extra sessions and bonuses to a $300K offer. Honestly, pretty much all of my clients do this at the beginning. She was unconsciously sabotaging her own pricing. Now, if you don't believe in the value, you will unconsciously sabotage the price by stuffing in more. Your internal alignment with money directly impacts the offer's power. The sooner you know this, the more successful you will be more quickly. Lesson number 11, know your value in your bones. Now, surface level confidence isn't enough at this level. I learned this when a prospect asked me why I was worth $400K and I stumbled through my answer. You must be absolutely certain of your unique genius and be able to articulate it, not even confidently, but certain, absolute certain. There is a difference and sophisticated buyers can sense it immediately. Lesson number 12, certainty is everything. The pattern that I see in successful clients versus those who struggle always comes down to one thing, certainty. They know exactly what they're best in the world at and can articulate it without hesitation to anyone. They don't waffle, they don't hedge, they state their value like it's an undeniable fact because it is. Lesson number 13, expand the vision, don't solve problems. Now, I used to ask clients what problems they needed solved. It kept me stuck in the consultant mode instead of visionary leader mode. Remember Henry Ford's quote, if he asked people what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. Well, apply that to yourself. Don't ask people what they want. You show them the possibilities that they can't see alone. Then there is no cap on your pricing. Lesson 14, they want less, pay more. This completely contradicted everything I thought I knew about value. The more I charged, the less clients seemed to want included. $1 million buyers don't want comprehensive. They want concentrated power. Think deep and narrow. They're willing to pay exponentially more for the precise transformation that they need, delivered efficiently and effectively. Lesson 15, this is not a mainstream strategy. Now, I'd had a really successful mainstream business before I leapt into this business, and I kept trying to apply those same mainstream marketing principles to premium offers. It felt off and I was attracting the wrong people. So forget about everything that market research and customer feedback and all of the things that mainstream marketing tells you to do. At this level, you create the category. You innovate and need. You don't follow the market demands. Lesson number 16, vision expansion that only you can do. The breakthrough moment was realizing that $1 million clients aren't buying your methodology. They're buying access to possibilities that only you can reveal. If you position yourself as the only person who can show them a future that they can't imagine alone, and you anchor yourself in that, this is about transformation they can't get anywhere else on the planet. That puts your pricing at no ceiling. Literally, you can sell to anyone at any price. Lesson number 17, IP leverage strategy. Look, I used to think that each $1 million engagement was separate. I wasn't thinking about how they connected to build something bigger. Working at this level builds reputation and intellectual property that becomes your scalable empire. Every engagement should add to your authority and create assets that you can leverage. This is how the big boys play. This is how we build those iconic empires. Lesson number 18, stop waiting and start leading. Listen, I just spent way too much time waiting for opportunities, doing the mainstream marketing webinars and waiting around instead of creating them. $1 million offers don't happen to you. You make them happen. Be the producer of your own revolution. Get proactive about identifying who needs your highest level of work and create the conversation. Leadership means taking the initiative, never waiting for permission. Lesson number 19, innovation over validation. Look, I kept trying to validate my ideas with potential clients because honestly, I didn't believe in them before pricing them. It diluted everything and attracted bargain hunters. Market feedback is for mainstream offers. At this level, you're creating new categories. So trust yourself, trust your expertise, trust your mastery, and lead with innovation, not market research. And finally, lesson number 20, your empire starts here. I used to just think of $1 million offers as just the big projects. I missed the bigger picture completely. This isn't just about one big deal. It's about building the foundation for everything that follows. Your $1 million positioning becomes the cornerstone of your entire empire. That's where the real impact is. That's where the real wealth is. And that's where the real legacy lives. Now, the difference between experts who struggle at lower price points and the icons who command millions in one transaction, it's not talent, it's understanding these fundamental shifts in how value is created and communicated at the highest levels. If you're ready to make this transition and build your own iconic empire, then watch this next video where I break down how $1 million buyers buy so you can create $1 million offers that feel inevitable to your most ideal clients.